Hi, Ali. So obviously last season ended in a way that I don't think any player would want to have a season end. So with how that all ended and everything that has happened up to this point, what is your mindset as you get ready to go to Florida and play your first game on Friday?
I think I just have a really grateful mindset that we actually get the chance to go out and play again, even though we're in such uncertain times and COVID is still around. I'm just really thankful that we have the opportunity to go, especially to go down to Florida and play in some warm weather for preseason. And I also think that I and as a team are just taking it one step at a time, one game at a time, one pitch at a time, just not making the moment too big because everything still is uncertain. So just taking it one step at a time.
Logan?
Hi, Ali. So with everything that has gone on since you guys last played a game, with COVID, obviously the coaching staff, how would you say that the offseason has gone, considering factors such as that?
I think that the offseason has gone really well. I think that as a team, we are even more competitive and even closer than we were when we left last March. I think with the new coaching staff, it really hasn't been that big of an adjustment. I mean, they're amazing and they've been very accommodating and very ready to learn with us. So I think that's been an easy change. And even as a team, we haven't really been able to hang out together as much as we would like to. But I think we're just taking the time at practice, using that to the best of our ability to make meaningful connections with each other. And then when we can outside of softball, I think we're doing a really good job of just staying together and staying connected as a team.
James?
Hi, Ali. As catcher, how excited are you to work with this year's pitching staff?
I'm super excited to work with this year's pitching staff. I mean, they're unbelievably talented, which makes my job super easy behind the plate. I really don't have to do much. And, they're all just very different in a very good way. So I think that it's going to give us a very good chance to win a lot of games this year.
Owen?
So with a whole new coaching staff, there's obviously some new things that are brought in. What is your personal favorite new, whether it be drill, mantra, idea? What's your favorite thing that coach has brought into the program?
I think my favorite thing that coach has brought into the program is one of our mindsets, which is just to take things one step at a time, one pitch at a time, and just really slow everything down and not make the moment too big. I think that in years past, especially for me, I've made moments way too big for myself, and she does a really good job about reminding me and the team about just it's okay, take it one step at a time. If we make a mistake, that's okay. It's part of the game. It's how we learn. So I think just instilling that mistakes are okay and we can bounce back right away is the biggest thing I think she's brought in to the program that has really helped me.
Logan?
So you mentioned a little bit about connecting with players and things like that. How hard has it been, if at all, to be able to create bonds with some of the newer players maybe, or just the team as a whole during all the protocols? And
I think it's definitely been more difficult than in normal times, but I just think that our team does a really good job of taking the time that we're given at practice, lift, with the travel coming up. We'll be able to have a lot more time to spend together, but I just think we do a really good job of making the most out of what we're given and taking the time before practice or even after practice just to get to know each other a little bit better. And even now, since we're in our kind of a little bubble, we have pods. We've been able to, see our pods a little bit and get to know some of the freshmen that are in our pods, whether it be giving them rides to practice or taking them to the grocery store. So I think that with even the little moments that we have, we've made the most out of them.
Owen?
So I think when you look at how the team is constructed last year going into this year, there's a lot of returning players. There's a lot of people that are still on this team. How do you think that chemistry of having having a mainly returning uh, roster, do you think that's going to help on the field chemistry moving forward into the season?
I think it's really going to be an advantage for our team, especially because most of us have played together before, and we've been in college softball for a little while. At least we've played in some games. So I think that just understanding the pace of the game and what might happen, or honestly, what might not happen, and just being able to roll with the punches will really help us be resilient and bounce back from, what may happen, especially as a catcher working with mostly returning pitching staff, or all returning pitching staff. It makes my job a lot easier, especially because I know most of them and we've had that relationship for a couple years now. So just being able to tell, when they need me to come out or when they don't is very helpful.
Logan?
So, just all things considered, how excited and or motivated are you and the team just for this season ahead?
I think we're so excited to finally be able to play and showcase, what we can do to the Big Ten and even to the rest of college softball. We've all seen what we can do throughout the entire preseason just by scrimmages. I mean, these are some of the most competitive scrimmages I've ever been a part of. It's always back and forth. I just think that we're very excited to get down to Florida and finally get to play.